Let's get it, Bird Brains Podcast. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good? What's good? As y'all already know, this is the Bird Brains Podcast. We got my man BG31 in the building. Our guy, One Trey Rock. You know what I'm saying? And yours truly, Tone the Shills II. Man, look, we appreciate y'all for locking in on this live stream. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Really helps the content grow. Really helps everything get everywhere. And helps everyone see everything.
What's good? I know y'all was vibing with that intro. My head was nodding something crazy. You feel me? Shout out to BG31 with the intro song, man.
Hey, man.
Yo, BG31, who made the intro
Cool
for
Cat Connors, man. You know Connors be
Shout
whipping up those intros, man. He be.
Man, shout out to Cool Cat Connors. But without further ado, y'all already know who we are. This is the Bird Gangs Podcast. I'm your humble host, Tone the Shills II, and I'm joined by my brothers in arms, BG31, One Trey Rock, and we got a special guest in the building, JC Sports Talk, formerly JC Eagles Talk. My man is going up right now. He touching all bases of sports now. I get the vibes though, because I used to be chalking up Sports Philly, but then I had to let people know, you know what? I'm global. I'm global, you know what I'm saying? So listen, we got JC Sports Talk in the building, One Trey Rock, BG31, and yours truly, Tone the Shills II. Make sure you go hit that like button. We are live on 2 channels. We live on actually 3 channels. Let me correct myself. We live on BIRDGANG 31, 4 channels. Yeah, 4, cuatro. You know what I mean? So we got the guys in the building. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you guys check the links, the links below. Go subscribe. Go check everybody out, man. Everybody up in here grinding, doing their thing. And, man, BG31, take it away, my guy.
Hey, man, it's good, man. I love getting on here with you guys talking some football, especially some of the topics we got for tonight. So wherever you guys want to start it off, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to start out with the Hurts talk? You want to start out with let's start out with Malcolm Jenkins retirement.
Yeah, let's go there. Yeah, let's start light. You know, Malcolm Jenkins, as we already know, just retired after a 13-year career. And, I mean, what can we say about this guy, man? 13 years in the NFL, 7 years with the Saints, 6 years with Philly, 2-time Super Bowl champion, 1 with the Saints, 1 with the Birds, 3-time Pro Bowler, you know, 2nd team All-Pro in his career. Man, like, this dude is decorated and pretty much just carried for the city for a long time, man. You know, if I had to compare him to anybody when it comes to just having the pulse of the city, you know, having a pulse of the team, you gotta compare him to B-Dog, not from a talent perspective, because B-Dog is in a league of his own. But when you think about that leadership perspective, right? Like you gotta liken him to B-Dog with just being the passion, being the heartbeat of the city, being the heartbeat, the heartbeat of the team. So JC, man, since you the guest, like I gotta pick your brain about this Malcolm Jenkins retirement. Like, you know, what's your thoughts on Malcolm Jenkins retirement, and you know, just share your thoughts about his career in general, my guy.
Look, man. Hey, look. Hey, first of all, hey, thank you for having me on, man. Hey, you know, it's hard to keep in touch right now. You know, everything, you know, is going on, and we all got different things going on and stuff like that. But definitely, hey, I appreciate y'all just bringing me on. But look, you know, Malcolm Jenkins to me was like the second coming of Brian Dawkins. Like he had the heart, the soul, like the leadership. Like, hey, like you gonna follow me, I'm gonna lead the way. And you know what I mean? Yo, he wasn't only about the talk, but he shows you day in and day out, year in and year out. I believe that he only missed 1 game his whole 6 years with Philly. If that, yo, this dude was so durable. Yo, he was always there. Always there. You could always count on him. He was a hybrid safety type of guy, which, you know, everybody is trying to find right now on every team. What's it, you know, could come down and play inside the box and still be able to play coverage Not a lot of safeties could do that, but Malcolm Jenkins was able to do that for the Philadelphia Eagles. I really believe that if he did not take what what was his name? Brendan Cooks or Brendan
Oh
Cooks, right?
yeah. Yo,
If
he
he
took him
didn't
out.
take
He
him out the
took him out
Super
of the game.
Bowl,
Yep.
yo, if he did not take him out the game, I'm sorry to say this, man. Yo, it was gonna be a
A long
little.
game, right? A long game, right?
Yo, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Yo, he did us a favor, and no flag was thrown. That was my MVP right there of the game, not Nick Foles, but taking out a crucial piece on the Patriots side and neutralize them to like Gronk.
Yeah, because JC, if you've been honest, Cooks started to cook. He was cooking early.
He did.
And then next thing you know,
And
Michael
you got
Jenkins
your head on the what?
put him
On
on a stretcher.
swivel.
You know what I mean? Like this is the ball. Just
So
did
yeah,
everything.
facts. So, and look, I appreciate him, but there's one thing I put out: should he retire, sign a one-day contract as an Eagle, and retire as an Eagle? So, I mean, yo, I would love to see him retire as a Philadelphia Eagle because I think he had like more impact on the Eagles than the Saints. You know what I mean? Yo, at the Saints, when he won the Super Bowl, a young guy, a rookie at the time, you know what I mean? Just young and just having fun. But then when he came to Philadelphia, yo, he built something. Yo, he was that foundation on that defensive side. So, I mean, hey, we'll see what happened. But, yo, I love his career. I'm glad that he's walking away with his mind intact. You know what I mean? You know, he didn't fall off a bit. So it's not like, Peyton Manning, yo, he barely could throw past 10 yards. Like, oh my God, we got to drag him off the field. So this guy could come back anytime and really, really play at least one more year. So I'm glad he's walking away. But it's sad to see that, that he's walking away, as one of the greats, safeties in the NFL.
Trey Rock, what you think? Like, do you think he should retire as an Eagle, or do you think he should retire as a Saint? Because if you ask me, his best years is with us, and that Super Bowl meant a lot more here than it did over in New Orleans. But I want to let you be the judge. Do you think he's most likely to retire as an Eagle, or most likely to retire as a Saint?
I mean, like you said, he put in most of his work with the Philadelphia Eagles, but the Saints were the one who drafted him, and I mean you gotta still have ultimate respect for those dudes too. So, I mean, wherever he retires at, everybody's gonna remember him as a Philadelphia Eagle. To be honest, so I mean, with Michael Jenkins, it's just with me. I'm glad this dude can walk away from the game of football healthy and happy. I mean, he's not getting forced to walk away from the game. He's walking away on his own will. Because, like JC said, some dudes, it just looks bad at the end of their career. He still is going strong. Michael Jenkins could still play another probably 3-4 years in the NFL if he wanted to. The dude walking away on his own will, and I love it. And he's really one of the Philadelphia Eagles greats. I mean, when we first brought him over here, Malcolm Jenkins' role, he wasn't really that leader. He grew into that. He took his team over. He put us under his wing. He loved the city of Philadelphia, man. And I love players that love my city. So Malcolm Jenkins going to give Philadelphia great. And I'm just glad the dude just walking away on his own will. He's not getting carted off the field, nothing like that. I'm just glad he's comfortable with enough with himself to just walk away from the game. And I respect him to death, man.
Thanks. What about you, BG?
Yeah, man, they said it all, man. Well respected, great player. Without him, we wouldn't have had a lot of wins. So, it's been hard trying to replace him, as we see. You were looking for the Kayvon Wallaces, you're looking for the Harrisons, and the Harris and the McLeod, and Epps and all these guys, and we really haven't done it. But like you guys said, at least he's leaving here on good health on his own terms, and I think that's one reason why we need to go get another game changer at the safety position, maybe a Tyrann Mathieu that's been talked about in Philly. But yeah, man.
Matthew?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love that.
To bring it back, because our defense always had that number one safety being the leader. You know what I'm saying? They always say the middle linebackers, but it seems like for us, during the Dawkins age, it's really Dawkins the leader of that defense. Malcolm Jenkins, when he was here, he was really the leader of that defense. So maybe we need to go find another one of these game-changing safeties, throw back there again, to lead this Eagles defense moving forward.
Yeah, man, it's interesting because Malcolm, he from the beginning of his time with the Eagles up until his retirement, he ain't missed not one game except for the game with the Saints where he got COVID. So you can't even count that against him, And he wasn't like he was sick. They just flagged him for having, I guess, contact tracing and all that kind of stuff. So he really, if you want to be totally honest, he ain't missed a game since. Yeah. He ain't missed a game since I believe 2014. Yeah, he ain't missed a game since 2014. Y'all got it right here. The Ultimate Iron Man. And we can't let it go unnoticed that man played all those games, recorded over 1,000 tackles, 21 interceptions, 8 defensive touchdowns, 110 pass deflections, 24 fumbles, and still has his mind. That's the crazy thing about it, because these safeties, they deliver some of the most punishment outside of the linebacker position. And these safeties, when they play free, and they're like a homing missile. And to still have his mind, still have his wits about him, you got to give credit. You got to give credit where credit is due, to be able to constantly put your body on the line, constantly put your mind on the line, your spirit on the line. And I had a real passionate take about this, because that man really gave his all to our city. And let's be totally honest. We all got day jobs. Whatever we do. And the thing is, we got days where we're not up to it. We may call out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling well. Or you may say I'm not feeling well, but you really just want to get that free day to stay home. You could take a day off basically. And I respect this man for not tapping out, for not taking days off when he couldn't take days off. For taking care of his body the way he was supposed to, for keeping those knees iced. You know what I'm saying? Going through that cryotherapy. Whatever he had to do, he did it. Playing, doing crossword puzzles to make sure he's still sharp. You know what I'm saying? So, we gotta really pay homage in that regard. And it's not easy to last that long, to deliver that much punishment and take that much punishment in the NFL, man. Like it's really beautiful. Like, so I guess this begs the question. I think we all can say that he's not necessarily an NFL Hall of Famer, but would you guys call him an Eagles Hall of Famer?
But wait, why not NFL Hall of Famer though? Because why not? He's a 2-time Super Bowl champ. He literally played 99% of the games in his career. Leading tackle on multiple years. So I don't see how many Pro Bowls he got.
He only got 3 Pro Bowls, and he only has 1 second team All Pro. He has no first team All Pros at all. He got 2 Super Bowls, but I mean, there are players in the league who have more than 1 Super Bowl. Julian Edelman, well, he got like 2 Super Bowls, and he's a playoff demon. But the regular season, he was average. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't call Julian Edelman a Hall of Famer either. So it's like
it's a borderline. So it's like Eli Manning. And would you call Eli Manning a Hall of Famer?
No, because let's be honest. Outside of those 2 years, Eli Manning was below average. Like I mean, you can't. Like I feel like in order to be a Hall of Famer, you got to have a full body of work. You know what I mean?
He beat the GOAT twice.
You got to have multiple all pros, like not just Pro Bowls, but all pros. Like that means you were the top of your class, the top of your position. Multiple times. And I've never seen a player go to the Hall of Fame without an all pro selection.
What you saying that though, Tom? Why is like Eli Manning not a Hall of Famer, but what's the guy name? Troy Aikman is. I mean, Eli got what? 2, Troy Aikman got 3. But if you look at the numbers, his numbers is way better than Troy Aikman numbers. So how is Troy Aikman a Hall of Famer, but Eli Manning not? That's just out of respect of the game, though, to be honest.
But one trade. All right. So has Troy Aikman ever led the league in interception 2-3 years out of his career? He was that bad where he let Eli Manning led the league in interception. His touchdown to interception ratio is like 500, literally 500.
Dang.
So it's one of those things where it's just like, so I can see why a lot of people don't have Eli Manning in there. Yes, he had. Look, I watched those Super Bowls. He had 2 great throws: the Tyree one and the David Tyree on the sideline. Was it Tyree? No,
but he was clutch.
You thinking of Mario? Was it Mario Manahan? Was it Mario Manahan?
Yes, on the sideline. No, I mean 2 great throws. You know what? It wasn't even the great throws. It was the catch that was better than the throw. That the Tyree. How you telling me I'm catching the ball on my head is a great throw? Or, I'm like on the sideline reaching out. Every muscle, every part of my body is outside, but my toes is in. Is a great throw? No, it's not. He had some good hands at the right time.
It takes guts to even throw those passes, though, to be honest. Some quarterbacks won't even throw that. That's risky.
He was clutch.
Desperation, one try. You saw that first damn Super Bowl. That was
if we are being honest, his eyes was closed when he threw that ball.
Yes.
He got in the breast sometimes. He got in the breast sometimes.
Yo, but to answer your question directly, right? If we're talking strictly numbers, and quarterbacks are judged by your wins and losses, right? When you think about it from Troy Aikman perspective, went 94-71 for his career, and Eli 117 and 117. So I mean, that's
500.
500. He's literally mediocre. Literally, he is the definition of mediocre.
Touchdown was the same.
That's a team stat, though. Y'all seen Troy Aikman first? I think 4 to 5 years in the NFL. The dude was horrible until they put that team around him. He was horrible. So Eli Manning played on a lot of bad teams. A lot of bad teams over his career.
He had a lot of great defenses, though. Now, hey, don't act like he didn't have Strahan, OC, freaking Tuck. You don't act like he didn't have no great defense. Eli Manning had some great defense now. He just was the problem. Eli was the issue.
It comes down to like what you guys think about players, because how we always talk about this. You want the player to have a lot of stats and maybe 1 Super Bowl, or the players that just won football games, maybe don't have all the stats but got multiple Super Bowls.
If I'm being honest, I'm not gonna sit here and camp for Troy Aikman. If you ask me, like he just as average too. If you want to be honest, but like I'm not gonna
numbers
sit here
horrible.
No. If I'm being honest with you, I'm not gonna campaign for Troy Aikman. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really got
numbers is horrible, Tom. I'm gonna pull some.
I'm looking at it right now. For his career, he only completed 61% of his passes. He threw 165 touchdowns, 141 interceptions. Now here's the thing. Eli kind of got a similar ratio. Well, actually, technically he has a better ratio. But the bottom line is though, like if looking at Troy Aikman numbers, they pretty much the same quarterback than me. But Troy Aikman, he got more wins in his career. That's just what that is. But Troy Aikman ain't got no all pros. Like I necessarily can't make a reason for Troy Aikman for being on the Hall of Fame besides the Super Bowls. So I'm not even going. But also to Marianne Johnson's point, that was a heavy run offense as well. That was Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin all day. But regardless, I can't answer your question. I'm never going to argue with Troy Aikman. You feel me, Trey Rock? Like it's, I don't make the rules, but I'll tell you this right now. Like knowing how this thing worked, knowing how this last name ring bells, they might throw him in there just cause.
And Jenkins does work outside of the field. He's big on the outside.
Though, right? But real quick to your point, right? I want to rather compare it to safety to safeties. Has Michael Jenkins had a career like a Troy Polamalu or Brian Dawkins or Ed Reed or any of the top flight safeties that we're saying? You can make an argument he wasn't better than Sean Taylor. So it's like, I mean,
that's hard.
And Sean Taylor passed away, so he would never really finish his career. But if I had to really choose, I'm probably going to take Sean Taylor over Malcolm Jenkins. And I don't want to take this time to crap on Malcolm Jenkins because I respect everything that he did for our city. But I just don't think Malcolm Jenkins necessarily had now over 1,000 tackles. That's a lot. You know what I mean? If he do make it to the Hall of Fame, I don't think it'd be first ballot at all. It'd probably be second or third.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's fact.
I can agree.
Yeah.
I feel like he should be considered as a Hall of Famer.
He should definitely be an Eagles Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's gonna get that for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure, without a doubt.
He's gonna get that for sure.
Yeah, it said where does
it comes in
Dan Marino stand?
Dan Marino stand. Dan Marino a Hall of Famer though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he is.
Dan Marino ain't never won nothing in his career. He a Hall of Famer. So I mean, I feel like if we would go even if we go in our stats and Super Bowls, Eli Manning he definitely has the Super Bowls. And if you put Troy Aikman in there, you got to put Eli Manning in there. You got to put Eli Manning in there. You got to put McNabb in there. If we go in our stats,
yeah, but
McNabb in there.
No, you can't put McNabb in there though. You can't. I'm sorry. Yo, I'm a big McNabb fan, but Eli Manning led the league in interception 3 years out of his 10, 13 years.
Brett Favre did the same thing though.
Yeah, but Brett Favre numbers were Brett Favre numbers was way better than Eli Manning. Way better than Eli Manning. His touchdown was more. His interception was less. I mean, but Eli Manning is an average quarterback at best. His intercept. Okay, so just tell me Eli Manning touchdown to interception ratio is at least 500. Like he literally.
But JC, look though. Well, look though. Brett Favre. How long has Brett Favre been retired? Years, right? He's still the all-time leader in interceptions. So that argument is void.
Let me ask you this though.
What's his touchdown? You can't just say interception.
Let me bring this up though.
Touchdown.
Hold on. Let me tell y'all something on this real quick though. Right now, this is context matters, right?
We're gonna get it all in soon.
Context matters, right? And then we're gonna transition to another conversation. So think about this. Eli Manning completed 60% of his passes, right, for his career. And on those last few years, 61%, 61%, 63%. 1 year he had 66%, but for his career he completed 60% of his passes, right? So think about the era he played in. The era he played in, for the most part, the league average for completion percentage was 64, 65, 63, 64. Like, it was in that range. When you think about Troy Aikman's era, which was the 90s, the league average for completion percentage was like 57, 58, 55, 58, 56, 58. So from that perspective, Troy Aikman had an above average completion percentage for his era. So like you got to context matters when you want to talk about it from that perspective. If we're going strictly off numbers, context matters.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
What about Randall? Y'all don't think it's wrong that Randall Cunningham's not in the Hall of Fame?
That's a good question.
Randall, he's been out for a long time.
That's a real good question.
Nah.
Let me see.
You don't think he should go?
What are we basing it off, though? Because Randall ain't put up no astonishing numbers either.
He was an MVP once. A co-MVP.
I mean, that's 1 year, though. A lot of people
changed the game.
Randall Cunningham for his career.
Randall Cunningham did not put up no kind of good numbers. He played on horrible teams.
Yeah, and he was hurt a lot too.
Yeah. I mean, you could. He's definitely an Eagles Hall of Fame, but the Hall of Fame, is quarterbacks. It's too many quarterbacks that should be in there before him, though. To be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree with that too. Definitely. But overall, though, Malcolm Jenkins, hell of a career, hell of a player, and grateful to him for helping the city bring us a Super Bowl, right? So let's transition to another quarterback that we all know and love, Jalen Hurts.
Who?
Now,
yeah.
He tried to trigger you, BG. Don't worry, he tried to trigger you.
Nah. I'm not.
I'm not taking
He
that.
said, "No, I'm not." but nonetheless, though, the word is Jalen Hurts is supposed to be putting in some work with Tom House, a well-known quarterback guru or quarterback coach, I guess you'll say. And he's worked with guys like Drew Brees, Tom Brady, guys of that ilk, right? So, what y'all thoughts about? What are y'all expectations, I guess, for Jalen Hurts when it comes to his development, his improvement? What do you guys? What are the specific things you would like to see him improve on? JC, you can start it off if you like.
All right, look. So since everybody's issue is like, oh my God, his accuracy. Oh, he can't read defense. Look, listen, shut the hell up. Like, yo, you could improve accuracy, as you get older, as you have more experience in the NFL. What else you got? Accuracy, that's all I'm keeping hearing about. Accuracy. What else you got? He could run. He could get you some TDs. He's clutch when it comes to fourth quarter, time. Hey, when it comes to crunch time, besides the Giants game, he stunk. But every other game, this dude was leading the NFL in fourth quarter points. I don't care if it's garbage or not. Look, if it's garbage, guess what? Where the hell was your defense at? Your defense was the problem. So if he got to constantly keep coming back, it takes two to tangle. Where is your defense at? Why you being down by double digits and now your quarterback have to constantly try to get you out of trouble? We saw the same exact game. It's same week. Eagles played Giants. Hurts threw, I think, 3 or 4 interceptions. Ravens played the Browns. Lamar threw 4 interceptions. Guess what? The Ravens won because their defense stepped up, sacked the quarterback, had multiple turnovers. You got to have some help. It takes two to tangle. So besides the accuracy part of it, what else do you have to complain about? His work ethic is top notch. He's trying to improve himself year out. So what are you complaining about? He's a dual threat quarterback. He could rush for a touchdown, on a bad ankle or not. He threw for 3,100 yards, with maybe 2 targets with Goddard and Smith, and he could probably have 3,700 yards if Quez Watkins, no drop touchdown, Rager, don't step out of bounds, Smith, don't step out of bounds. So it's a lot of issues that I have when people critique Jalen Hurts. You have to look at overall picture. This is his first full year starting. His first time in 4 or 5 years. First time. He never had the same coach, the same offensive coordinator in 4 or 5 years. So how the hell you expect that to happen? Why are we giving Baker Mayfield excuses and not Jalen Hurts excuses?
Let's start right there. Let's start right there real quick. Who in the NFL giving Baker Mayfield excuses?
A lot of people. Hey,
because Baker Mayfield, that man had 4 years.
Skip Bayless was like 11 games. If y'all watch Undisputed, it's always 11 games for Baker Mayfield. But I promise you, the reason why the Eagles was only picked to win 3 games last year was because of who? Jalen Hurts. Look at Carson Wentz. He came back to the NFC East. Colin Coward, and whatever his name is, he picked Carson Wentz to be the best quarterback in the NFC East. So it's just something about people hating on the Philadelphia Eagles that, that kind of ticked me off a little bit. But just, I expect Hurts, especially he's working with somebody that's like teaching him how to throw better, how to, throw on time, that he will take a big step. Like Lamar Jackson. I'm not going to say he going to win the MVP, but I tell you now, he's listening, he's hearing, he's working on his weaknesses. His weaknesses was not the run game, it was the passing game. I promise you, if he's working on that this upcoming year, don't be surprised don't be surprised if he's in the top, 5 quarterbacks in the league because he's working on his weaknesses.
All right. Yeah.
Mm.
Let the Reverend JC keep schooling you guys and preaching the facts of Jalen Hurts. I like it.
That's interesting. That's interesting because just off the simple fact that I always want to make it very clear that I want Jalen Hurts to be the ultimate competitor. I want him to be as successful as I possibly can, and that's why my expectations for Jalen Hurts are so very high, right? And because of all the things you mentioned, right? His work ethic, everything he brings to the table from that perspective. But with all due respect,
top 5.
I'm getting exhausted about talking about what he does on the ground. This young brother is a quarterback, and he can rip and run all the hell he wants. But we all know, at some point you got to make that throw. At some point you got to fit the pill through the keyhole. At some point your arm got to win you games when the running game is not there. Because of him and because of the scheme and so on and so forth, the offensive line, we were the number 1 rushing offense in the NFL, right? But when we talking about Jalen Hurts, right, especially when it comes to improving and getting better and potentially proving that he's the franchise quarterback, we can't keep bringing up the running game because at some point he has to be the quarterback. You can't talk about him and not bring up accuracy as much. Like you had to discuss it. We got to talk about ball placement. We got to talk about his pre-snap reads. We got to talk about his throwing anticipation. All those things is the reasons why people pick on him. Now, what I will say is this, though. I will say this. I believe in his work ethic, and I do believe he will improve. The question will always become, how much will he improve? You want to know why? Because no matter how much you may like him, no matter how much we may love him, he is on the clock. And at some point, they're going to have to pay him, and the Eagles don't have time to bank on his development. If he don't prove he is the guy in 2022, he is not getting that contract, and he will be out the door. So I'm going to continue to keep that pressure on him. A lot of people hate when they holding him accountable. I understand there was drops. I get all that. But the game,
number 1 and drop touchdowns last year.
The game is 60 minutes. I understand drops happen. Every team experiences drops, but the game is 60 minutes. We can't ignore the other throws.
Hey, real quick, when was throwing for 3,100 yards a bad thing? What, 5 years ago? Like the average quarterback was averaging 3,500 yards. It wasn't 4,000 until the new rule change, where you can't even sniff a wide receiver. Like literally, Yo, he threw for 3,100 yards and almost ran 4,000 yards. Yo, hey, you talking about keeping a defense off balance? That is it.
Yeah.
When is throwing for 3,100 yards a bad thing?
And like what they say, those people that do throw for over 4,000 yards, they only do it because they have to stay in the pocket because they're not athletic enough to get out there and do what Jalen Hurts does. Like you got to add it. It's a quarterback. It's a part of the quarterback. The quarterback, there's dual threat quarterbacks, there's pocket quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Jalen, like you said, we've seen him make dimes, throwing tight windows, off the run. Yes, he might start out having a bad game. You know what I'm saying? Still come back at the end and make perfect throws at the end. That's the main thing. He's putting the team in position to win games regardless on what kind of game he started. And all this, how long are we going to wait? How long are we going to wait? Even 2 years is not even fair for Jalen Hurts compared to all the other quarterbacks.
It's not fair for nobody, though. That's the league we in.
For what, 4 years? You get a lot of these quarterbacks in and have time to prove themselves. That's messed up. I think he's going to succeed. But I think it's a little bit messed up. The Eagles fans look for it in the first year like that, and they don't be like, whoa, we want them to do it, but all these things. Now, every quarterback that ever played football had those same things. You look at the greats, they'll tell you it took them 2-3 years to learn how to read defenses, to learn how to anticipate throws in the NFL. It's not college no more. So it's like for us to be like, that was 1 year, and he did pretty good for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty good. 3,100 yards, 16 touchdowns passes. Like you said, almost 1,000 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns. That is putting up points for your team. You know, you're not rookie, but first year starting quarterback, and that's doing just as good as anybody else. Like, you can't even find numbers better than that for most places.
Well, you know what? Well, you want to know what's unfortunate for him? The fact that he was a second-round quarterback and he didn't get his real opportunity to his second year. So he already behind the 8 ball when it comes to actually getting the keys. It's unfortunate that these quarterbacks have to prove themselves within the first 2 years. You know,
people act like he can't go into that last year without a contract.
JC brought up Baker Mayfield. The Browns was off him already. He didn't even get to the second contract yet. The only reason they gave him the least they did is because he was a first overall pick. They had the investment dictated why they kept him that long. It's all about ego with these teams. When you invest a pick that high into a player or a quarterback specifically, you will give that man every opportunity to prove it. But because Jalen Hurts is a second-round pick, he doesn't have that same grace. So because of that, the odds are going to be stacked against him. Unfortunately, teams are always going to give you the leash based on their investment. For example, Derek Barnett. And I know this is a different position, but Derek Barnett, he was a first round pick. You want to know why he got a second contract with us? Because Harry Roseman wanted to save face and brought that man back on a 2-year deal. Teams care about their investment.
So why wouldn't they do it for Jalen? He got 2 more years in his contract. Why wouldn't they do it for Jalen?
They are. He's going to.
So why would this be the year then? If he got 2 years, why get 2 years from now?
You want to know why? Because he's a quarterback, and they demand so much money. And when you invest in that much money in the quarterback position, you better know he the guy. You better know. Because if he's not, you stuck.
Yo, they're not investing anything in Jalen Hurts, number one. Yo,
that's my point. That's my point.
Right? Okay, cool. But I brought the Baker Mayfield thing to compare the talent level. You saw the Browns brought in
I think Jalen Hurts is better than Baker Mayfield.
Okay, but look, but the Browns' talent was better than the Eagles. OBJ, Landry, Aruku, you know, with Chubbs, with that dude, that second running back. Hunt. You're Kareem Hunt. And then on the defensive side, with Garrett, with like so much talent. So compare the two teams. So I mean, I brought the Baker Mayfield thing. Is like, okay, how are some people making excuses for Baker Mayfield? Oh yeah, he took the Browns of 26 years of a playoff drought and won 1 playoff game. So his excuse for the rest of his life. But Jalen Hurts,
I want to know. I want to know who's saying these things about Baker Mayfield, because I think I really want to know who's saying this about Baker Mayfield, because Baker Mayfield is literally weak to me. Like I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm not even gonna argue with you about him. I'm really curious who's saying this about this man, because he literally was given everything and couldn't do nothing with it.
He
couldn't do nothing with it. And those are the kind of things you do when you want somebody to be a franchise quarterback. And I'm with you. I feel like the Eagles, they claim Jalen Hurts is the guy, right? They claim they believe in him, but their decision making has not shown that. Their decision making, especially in free agency, has not shown that, hey, we believe in this guy. Now, last year, they showed that they was trying to help him by drafting a wide receiver, Devontae Smith, in the first round. That was the first move they made to show, okay, they actually want to make his job a little easier. He got a top flight tight end in Dallas Goedert who need to stop dropping the ball. You know, he got an offensive line. But outside of that, you know, he had Quez Watkins, but Quez Watkins was a luxury. Nobody thought he was going to really do that. But outside of that, he never really was given anything to really help him succeed. So I feel like if he's going to succeed, if you want to put him in the best possible position to succeed, you got to put some weapons around him. You got to fortify that defense, right? But here's the thing: unfortunately, he entered the third year of his contract. Next year, he's going to be entering the final year of his contract, and his agent, those people are going to start to demand an extension at some point, and the Eagles are going to be left with a decision. That's why Jalen Hurts has to prove without the shadow of a doubt that he can be the quarterback. And look, I understand he run the ball, but if my quarterback leading my team in rushing, it's not sustainable. It's not. We already see the hits are starting to tally up for Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, like I said, but by Jalen Hurts has to prove that he can quarterback this team. Like, they not paying. Like, it's the reason why Lamar Jackson is struggling to get his contract done.
No.
Because they're afraid to invest in that. Go ahead.
No. He's the one they're saying that I want to prove myself before I sign this deal.
Because he want more. Because he want more money, right?
He's an agent. Yo, he don't have no agent.
No, right. But because he want to prove himself more because he want more money, right?
Exactly.
Now, guess what? Why aren't they giving him more money?
What he wants to
block
prove
nobody.
No. Why aren't they giving him? Listen, he wants to prove himself to get more money, correct?
I mean, he wants to win a Super Bowl. This dude won an MVP. You know what I mean? He wants to win a Super Bowl, take this team to the AFC Championship. But the whole thing with Jalen Hurts is this. Do you feel like the Eagles right now, if the season started today, put Jalen Hurts in a better situation than it was last year? I mean, it's a
upgrade.
What's the question? What's the question?
Well, the question is this: on offense wise, did the Eagles do everything they can to put Jalen Hurts in a better situation than his last year situation, as far as talent wise on the offensive side?
Technically, no, because Zach Pascal is not that much of an
upgrade.
But
He can catch.
No, listen.
And that's a huge downer for us as a catching ability for our receivers.
The fact that we're calling Zach Pascal an upgrade just shows how far we've fallen.
Exactly.
Like, and I'm with you in that regard. And Trey Rock, I definitely want you to jump in this because I know I'm going off. But
no. I like it. Do your thing.
But it's like I'm just looking at it from this perspective. I'm looking, as much as I love this man, I'm carrying it. Jalen Hurts right here, I'm carrying it. As much as I love this man, we have to look at it from the organization's perspective, and they don't care about all that Russian crap. I don't care. They don't care how many touchdowns they get on the ground. They don't care about that. You don't know why?
They do.
No, they don't.
Nick even said it. He goes, I don't care if Jalen throws 400 yards and have 4 touchdowns,
say that,
or runs for 200 and pass for 200.
He has to say that. BG, come on. He's not gonna throw his man under the bus. That's his starting quarterback. He gotta say that. It's a reason why Lamar Jackson ain't never won a playoff game. Because when the chips go down and you got to throw that ball,
hey, he won one.
But even all these guys you're talking about, the Lamar Jackson, all these guys,
I think
got to play out there.
He did.
He won
one. My apologies.
All these guys you guys are talking about got to play their full rookie contract. So that's 2 years from now from Hurts. Why are we going that far into the future with him? Like that should be 2 years.
Bro, all these quarterbacks ask for extensions in that third, fourth year. They all got 5th-year options. You got to remember, they got 5th-year options because they first-round picks. They got 5th-year options. Jalen got the 5th-year option. So technically, he got 4 years because he got a second-round contract.
Yeah.
He entered his 3rd year now.
This is his 5th-year option right here.
You want to know? You want to know why?
No,
right. Next year is his 5th-year option technically. You know what I'm saying?
No. His 5th-year option to pick it up is this year because next year is his 4th year.
But he doesn't have a 5th-year option.
No. He doesn't have one. Period.
I know, but this would be the equivalent of a quarterback in their 4th year that you have to decide if you're going to pick up the 5th-year option after this season. So this is Jalen Hurts. 3rd year, only 4 years. So this is equivalent of his 5th-year option. He has to prove that he got the goods this year in order for the Philadelphia Eagles to extend him.
And that's all I'm saying. Yeah, we agree on that. And that's all I'm saying
but he can still play next year under his same contract.
No, yes, he can. But you want to know why? You want to know why you got to think about it this year? Because the players. They want that security. Players don't want to play out that last year without the security.
Don't.
You got to think about it. It's like you got to think about it. Lamar Jackson not in the last year of his deal, but he trying to get
he gets a better team next year than he gets this year. You will want to do that's smart quarterback play.
Is it?
Yeah. Be on my rookie contract and pick up some more players in the offseason.
If you improve, though,
that's an organization. That's organizational security. That's not security for Jalen Hurts.
Made that option every year he's with the Patriots. That's why he wants to be in championships.
Tom Brady, listen. Tom Brady's an anomaly. He's an anomaly. My bad.
Go ahead. He took less money to make sure he had money to keep the team built.
But you can't bring up Tom Brady in this conversation because he chose to do that. A lot of quarterbacks don't choose to do stuff like that.
But so Jalen wants you. I mean, it's already different.
Pat Mahomes more.
He's not even secure. He's not even really
Pat
positive
Mahomes
he's going to be with the Philadelphia for a long time.
Listen.
So,
Pat Mahomes is more talented than Brady, and he the one. He didn't even take a pay cut. Listen though, exactly. And that's what teams are trying to do though. Pat Mahomes Pat Mahomes literally signed a contract for $500 million. If he wanted to keep that team, it's the reason Tyreek Hill not on that team no more, because the contract kicked in this year. So think about it. If winning was at the forefront of these quarterbacks' minds, if they wanted to keep the team together, Pat Mahomes wouldn't have took a $500 million contract.
You also got to look at it like this too.
He already won.
But you also got to look at it like this too. With Jalen Hurts' playing style, who knows how long he's going to be in the NFL? That dude trying to get a max contract. I don't care what nobody say. Oh, Jalen got great character and all. No, he's trying to get paid, and they're gonna go to the table with the year that just passed, and whatever he do this year. Oh, I took this team to the playoffs. I threw for 3,100 yards. I rushed for this amount of touchdowns. I did that on a messed up ankle. Y'all got to pay me. He don't got no ties to Philly at all.
It's the reason why he ain't got Philly in his damn bio.
He don't got no ties to Philly at all.
Because he know he could be going like that. So he a professional, and that's like giving a man credit for not robbing the bank. You better be professional. Like, he a professional, and that's how he been carrying himself. I respect it, but I can't give a man credit for just being a professional. What he's supposed to be doing. That's what you're supposed to do. It's a breath of fresh air, but like that's what he's supposed to do.
There's only one man that took the Tom Brady route, and that was Tom Brady. Nobody else ever did that.
Facts.
Ever.
Facts.
So we can't use that.
And after he won multiple championships, though. So you're talking about this dude, Tom Brady, was like, before he ever won a championship, was like, I'll take a discount. Hell no. He won multiple. He went 10 years without winning a championship. But nobody remember that. Tom Brady went 10 straight years without winning one Super Bowl.
I remember that.
All this discount, it didn't work out. So I mean, yeah, I understand that the whole discount thing worked, but it's only certain individuals, like one Trey said, that could make it work. You know what I mean? Maybe a Tom Brady, but would he taking that discount if he haven't won multiple championships?
Right.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl his second year in the NFL.
Yeah, because he had to come in for Bledsoe. Bledsoe got hurt. But here's the thing though. Remember, he was like a 6th round pick, right? So his contract was already fudged up. You dig what I'm saying? So like for him to take those pay cuts, he's a different breed of a player. We can't use that as a metric.
But even when he was taking those pay cuts, Tom Brady wasn't leading the league in passing those years. He didn't really start doing that kind of stuff till after Randy Moss. Those first couple of years, he was a game managing quarterback that won some football games.
But he had already won Super Bowls already, though.
The team did.
That's what we're trying to say. Before his contract even came up, he won 2 Super Bowls already. So he's like, I mean, well, I'm in a great situation right here. Everybody don't have that. That's just like a Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford been on trash team after trash team after trash team. And he was taking all the money they could give him because he know he was going to be on trash teams. I mean, like, I don't see Jalen Hurts going to I'll take a team friendly deal. No, he's trying to get paid.
But team friendly will be, there's a lot of money you can still make without it being like a number one. Like you said, you can get a $25-30 million contract and like it, and it won't be that team friendly. But it's not going to give them top 10 money.
That's selling yourself short though.
They're gonna charge you as much money as they can. Listen, you gotta think about it. His play style and all that. Like I said, it's the reason why Lamar Jackson is still negotiating his contract, because the Ravens, best believe the Ravens made an offer to him. Best believe that. The Ravens looking at it like, look, you play like this. We don't know how long we got you for, so we're willing to give you this X amount of money. He's willing to put his body on the line to get more money. It's a reason for that. It's a reason. It's a reason the contract is not signed on the dotted line yet, because they recognize his playing style and they understand the commitment.
Yeah,
I get it, and I'm not saying he's going to not go for the bag, but I'm just saying there's still that chance that he doesn't. He understands the situation and he plays through this second year. and not ask for it. Because then guess what? You play the second year and you get better this year. The next year you have an even better team, so you go farther in the playoffs and do even more. Guess what? Your contract's gonna be even nicer. So it's either way you want to better yourself.
But there's a lot of situations that show Jalen Hurts that's not the way to do it too. You get me? A lot of dudes try to play on prove it deals and stuff like that, and they end up getting injured. Look at Godwin. Godwin got injured trying to play like that for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Missed this whole season because of that. So he's gonna look at history, recent history, long term history, his future, all that. He's gonna sit down with his folks.
You're good. You're gonna get that money. Even like you said, Godwin got hurt, but he's still getting paid.
He's not getting paid as much as he could have if he didn't get injured, though.
You got that like this guy's been in the league for like a long time.
He could have got way more.
He's in peak condition.
If he didn't get hurt, he would have got more. I'll tell you that.
He would have got way more if he didn't get hurt. And he probably wouldn't even be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer right now, to be honest.
He came
somebody
back
would threw that bag at him.
Yep. Came back because Tampa Bay knew what they had. And I'm not taking nothing away from his talent, but you know, hold on, wait, we'll put that back up. Lamar Jackson hasn't signed his contract because he doesn't want to sign it yet. Why though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That don't even make sense.
No. It came out because he feels like, just him being humble. So it has nothing to do with the team or anything else. It's just Lamar Jackson just being humble and say, look, I want to earn the maximum on my contract. Regardless if I want an MVP, I want to bring a championship to the Ravens before I sign my contract. So that's the only reason why he's not, because he's his own agent, by the way. So
he got to do anything though.
Well, because so he's not being forced into anything. So he knows with clear mind, saying that, hey, I know what I want. I know what I have to do in order to get the maximum. So I want to, at least, compete in an AFC championship before I sign my contract, because then I could negotiate for more and actually, just prove myself.
So he would have to do that this year, though. That's why I'm not understanding that. He would have to do that this year, and there's no guarantee none of that's going to happen. So, I don't get it. You was just injured last year. Like, you missed the end of the whole season. It don't make sense. Like, that's not smart. That's why people have agents. That's why people let agents deal with stuff like that. Because if you're going off your heart, bro, these teams not loyal to nobody. They're not loyal to nobody. As soon as you get hurt, they're going to throw you in the trash. Now that contract not even going to be on the table no more. So, it's not smart at all. It's not smart.
Like, it's not. It's really not. Like
you just bet on yourself and talk
but listen. You
see, a lot that bet on yourself and win.
Like y'all said though, he tried. The reason he didn't sign the contract yet is because he's trying to get more money, right? And we're going to compare this to the Jalen Hurts situation, because Jalen Hurts, he's not going to play out that fourth year without knowing what that contract going to look like. He just not. So Lamar Jackson is another anomaly. He's choosing to do that, knowing that he can lose it all. That's the risk he's taking. But most quarterbacks, most of these players, they understand that, okay, I'm eligible to sign a new deal. I want to see what the numbers looking like. Okay, you offering me this. Now you could do one or two things. You can negotiate and get the money and take the money, or you can play out the front of the year and try to get more. You're running a risk by doing that, though. You're running a risk. And the team is offering them what they offering them because they know the way he played the game, it's a risk. And we don't want to commit that much money, or honestly, it's probably a disparity between how many years they want to give him. You never know. You never know the details, right? But the bottom line is he trying to get more money for, he trying to bet on himself and get more money.
And then you guys act like Howie Roseman doesn't even do this all the time. If he sees that Jalen Hurts makes any kind of improvement in the right direction in terms of the passing, he's gonna lock him up early before he hits the star potential. Howie always does that with his players.
Right, he's going right. That's what
Howie do. Okay, cool. He goes $30 million contract. Here you go. Right. And you're not gonna be the highest paid, but you're gonna get some money.
But here's the thing, though. Regardless, they need to know if he's the guy. And if he ain't the guy,
but you don't know that in 2 years. That's what I'm saying.
That's not. Listen, that ain't nobody's fault. That's the lay of the land.
But no one does.
That's the lay of the land. Like he has to. Like unfortunately, that's the way the league works. Unfortunately, he has to prove it on this contract. As a matter of fact, he got to prove it this upcoming year in 2022. Because if he can't prove it, if you don't prove that he can even be, I'll put you like this: if he can't show that he could complete 65%, 66% of his passes, and then probably win the playoff game or whatever. See, that's what I'm saying. Like they're putting a lot of pressure on him by not putting weapons around him. They trying to sink or swim him. They telling him sink or swim. They really trying to ring out how good he is. Because if he was a first round pick, and this is why I'm telling you, the investment matters. If he was a first round pick, they would make it a point to put all those pieces around him. I'll put it to you like this: Tua Tagovailoa, right? Tua ain't showed you nothing to show you he the guy. But guess what? That team invested a top 10 pick in him. So they did what? They put Tyreek Hill around him, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson. It's all about ego. These teams are trying to prove that their guy is the guy. And if anything else, if it don't work out, they can say, you know what? It wasn't on us. It was on him. He's the first round.
At the same time, I still think we're going to get some more people. This receiver
I'm not saying we're not.
class is huge.
I'm not saying we're not.
It runs deep to the fourth. Right. You can get yourself a baller, to go out there. So he might be trying to do what people, when we first found out about the 3 picks, we're like, how he'd be smart. He use all these picks, get it all down, get all the players so we can develop a team like we're supposed to develop. You know what I'm saying? With young talent in there. Who knows? Maybe Howie, like he already said it, with these 3 first-round picks and 4 in the top 50, he wasn't going to go overextend himself for none of these players. This offseason, those receivers that got paid good money. It's like kudos for them for getting their bag, but he didn't have to force any of those players. A lot of them were coming off injuries or had some kind of baggage with them. Now you can go into the draft and draft for homegrown. You already got Devontae Smith. That makes your team look even that much more better if it does work out. And, you pick up a receiver or 2 inside this draft and call it what it is. I'm just saying, like, we don't know the end game in terms of, like, how much is he going to actually have this year to help him out. You know what I'm saying? There's still that second wave of free agency that happens after the draft when, you get a player that you didn't think could get him. Now you got to get rid of the veteran. Now he's out on the road. So, there's a lot of stuff that can still happen for him. And then if you look at just the improvements of guys, like you want to see Miles Sanders get better this year. You want to see Devontae Smith get better this year. You want to see Quez Watkins get better this year. You want to see Dallas Goedert get better this year. That's 4 pretty good players that if they can take that jump from good to great, you know what I'm saying, that'll definitely help Jalen Hurts out a lot too.
But at this point, we're going into a season, if they do draft a wide receiver, we're going to be banking on a rookie to help them. So, but
not really, because he's going to come in. If a rookie came in, it'd just be like Chase going to the Bengals. There's Boyd and Higgins there.
It won't be.
There's the third-year player and the second-year player there before you, and now you're coming in there. And, yeah, you might climb up the depth chart faster, just like Chase climbed up the depth chart faster. But, you know what I'm saying, that it's still, you're not coming in and be the number 1 guy. We got one of those already.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, put up.
In all reality, Chase was their number 1 guy this year.
The black line. Put up the black line's comment.
Which one?
The latest one. The latest one.
Okay, it's down here. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, it's like a paragraph or something. All right. He said, "How do you guys not know he's the guy?" Talking about Jalen Hurts. He grew up with a quarterback coach. Jason Kelsey came back to play with him. In particular, the team gravitated to him. The coach, GM, and owner all show support.
That don't mean nothing, though.
That don't mean nothing.
That don't mean nothing, though. Oh my God, yo!
It don't mean nothing.
That's why we talk sports. We don't speak from our heart. Well, BG do. That's why.
But that is a lot of good points.
That's why we talk.
He's with a quarterback coach.
That
Kelsey
right there.
He won't come back.
It literally means nothing if this dude can't do nothing on the field. They could love this dude to death. I'm pretty sure they love Baker Mayfield over there.
But you're talking about if he doesn't succeed. The way you guys talk is that if he doesn't succeed, this can happen. This is how they should feel about him. We still have that opportunity to prove them all wrong, prove them all right. They all believe in him. That's a good sign. If they're doing this, their due diligence, you got older players wanting to come back and play with them. That's a good sign. That's all he's saying in here. The support is there, you know.
I mean, listen, no,
I take it with a
that's
grain of salt. You
fine
know
though.
why? I take it with a grain of salt. You want to know why? Because if they would have made a move like they made the height of their move, and look, like you said, it's still a whole offseason left. The height of their move was Zach Pascal. Like, that doesn't show me belief in a young man. That doesn't tell me you're trying to put him in the best position to succeed. You keep surrounding him with rookie wide receivers. It's not going to work like that. People keep praying for a Jamar Chase or a Justin Jefferson. Those are freaks. Those are anomalies. You need to bring in a veteran wide receiver here that's proven. And we already know Harry Roseman, it does not have the best track record with wide receivers. He got lucky with Devontae because that was a no-brainer. You can't mess that up. That was a no-brainer. But everything outside of that at the receiver position, he botched. So how much faith do we trust in him to really draft a good wide receiver? If Harry Roseman knew himself at any point, he would have went for a wide receiver in the free agency. If he was really trying to put this man in the best possible position to succeed.
Or maybe he wants to start picking good receivers to clear that narrative of his.
He wants to start picking good wide receiver. He's still the same guy.
Devontae is a good choice. Quez is turning out to be a
That was a no-brainer, though.
That's
that was a
player.
no-brainer.
Quez Watkins in the 4th or 5th.
I mean, Quez Watkins,
wherever he came out.
Quez Watkins is
He's
a wide receiver 4 on any other team, bro. To be honest,
as of right now, but he's
a wide
better.
receiver
He's a young
4
cat.
on any other team.
He has.
I feel like, to be
he
honest,
has agility.
I feel like our second best wide receiver is Greg Ward. To be honest.
Oh my god.
To be honest, our second best wide, he's more polished football player than Quez Watkins right now.
More reliable, got better hands.
Yeah, he's more polished, better hands. You know where he's.
I don't know about that. He dropped some open balls last year.
And Quez didn't.
Quez dropped that wide open ball in the end zone and against Denver. Wide open.
I would say that Greg Ward.
The Giants game worked to drop that game winner.
Look, the bottom line is, we comparing a number 3 and a number 4. Like we're never gonna get too deep.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying right now.
But like the bottom,
and that's why you go get another number 1 in the draft.
Here's the thing, though, y'all. We're not saying that he not gonna be good. We're saying that he on the clock, no matter if he like it or not. No matter if we like it or not, he is on the clock. And he needs to show without the shadow of a doubt. That's why my expectations for him are so high this season, because he has to show without the shadow of a doubt that he is the guy. He has to. It can't be no 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It can't be no second guessing. He needs to have. He needs to be great this season because the odds are so stacked against him. He has no choice. This is not up to us. I don't care how much I love him, how many jerseys we buy of his, how much the team love him. If he don't show he the guy, it's over.
So what is that for you guys? What is it? What is that line that everybody keeps talking about? What would you say is not a good enough season where you got to move on from Jalen Hurts? Like, what kind of season does Jalen Hurts need to have to say he's that guy? Because the wins and losses don't just come on quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? That comes on the whole team. So what kind of season do you have to see to think that Jalen Hurts won't be that guy?
Now, here's the funny part. I'm sorry. Go ahead, JC. I'm sorry.
No. Because, I would have to say, in order for us to move on from Jalen Hurts, has to be worse than last year. Last year, what? It was, 9-8, right? 17 games.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if he's like 8 and 9, 7 and 10, yeah, you know what I mean? Especially with the upgrades right now, with the Riddick, with the White, the 2 linebackers that we got. Hopefully with JG second year in the system. So a 7 and 9, 8 and 9 is a no-brainer. We have to move on. If the offense is the issue, if we're putting up, top 10 scoring in the NFL and we're losing, then he's not the problem. So it's like, if we cannot go below what we went last year. Not like 9-8 is max to me. Minimum like 7 and 10, 8 and 9. He gotta go.
I'm gonna go further than that. I think 9-8 is the floor. That's the floor to me because he has to improve. He's not going to get no extension here long term if he give us the exact same play he gave us this past season. I'm telling you that. He's not because he wants to be considered franchise. That's a different conversation than just somebody being serviceable.
So what about if you got he said 9-8, so 8-9, right? He's 8-9, 4,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, 30 touchdowns.
Not enough.
But that's the thing, though. Yo, I literally said it. If it's not the offense that's making us lose, then he get a pass. But if it's the offense that's making us lose, the defense is playing lights out.
Right.
Yes, if we have to look at it. But Tone, Skip Bayless picked the Dallas Cowboys to win the division at 9-8.
He's scared of Jalen Hurts. He's scared of Jalen Hurts for real.
Yeah. I hear you at the same time, but you just said if it's 9-8, then we got to move on. It can't be the same thing from last year. So how in the world is the Cowboys are okay with winning the division, having a home playoff game with 9-8, and we're not okay with 9-8 again?
Well, one, I didn't know Skip Bayless said that.
He did today.
And I'm not going off Skip Bayless's gauge. That just shows that just shows how much. That just shows how little he believes in his own team.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. I'll put it to you like this. In order for Jalen Hurts to remain the guy on this team, right? He got to win the division, and he got to win a playoff game. If he can do that, that's clearly an improvement from the past season. But from a statistical standpoint, this is what I need from him. If I'm being honest with you, if he trying to prove, and again, remember he's a second round pick, so he's not given that long leash. He needs to prove definitively that he's the guy. No question, no second guess. If he proves that he's the guy,
like this 33-7.
This is what he got to do statistically, right? I need 30 passing touchdowns, 10 or less interceptions, 4,000 passing yards, and complete 65+% of your passes. You want to know why I say 4,000 passing yards? Because you know what that is on a 17-game span on average? That's only 235 yards a game. You mean to tell me he can't throw the ball for 235 yards a game? Now, granted, you're going to have games where you might throw 300. You might have games where you might throw 199 or 200, but it's going to average out, right? My point is he needs to average 235 yards per game. If he can't do that, that is a problem.
No matter what his rushing is.
No matter what his rushing is. No matter, because you want to know why? You want to know why?
If he got 200 yards passing and 200 yards rushing with 5 touchdowns, it's still a bad game.
Bro, there's no championship for the regular season. He got to throw that pill in the playoffs. We saw every playoff game.
But you got to miss that whole deadly leg stuff. Is what makes your team more dangerous. You can win more games.
They cut that out in the playoffs, bro. They shut that. Listen, history has shown us they shut that down in the playoffs. It gets shut down. None of that is going on. None of it.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat us with
Josh Allen didn't do no RPOs and run the ball, and he took his team pretty far in the playoffs.
He still lost though. Let's talk about it now.
And an all-time great matchup ever.
It was a great game, but Josh Allen again, he's a way better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. Now, it's no comparison.
Allen can also throw the football though.
But Josh took time to throw the football too.
Say it again.
He took time, and it took for him to get a legit receiver.
He
like
always
Stephon Diggs.
He always could throw the football though.
He was trash his first year.
He always could throw the football.
Jalen had better numbers than Josh Allen probably his first year.
You talking about numbers? We talking about quarterback.
Oh my God! You guys lose me with that every time.
Year one, year
lose
two,
me with
year
that every
three.
time.
He's a better quarterback than Jalen.
Can't move the goalposts.
We're not moving the goalposts. Year one, year two, year three. Josh Allen.
Hold on. Put that comment up right here. Put that comment up with the black line. I love the black line. The black line. I was going back and forth. Put the one up where it say only Carson Wentz. That one.
Not this one.
No, the one that say only Carson Wentz. No, not that one.
Let me see.
It says only Carson Wentz.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've been behind on this chat.
No, you good. You good. Look, only Carson Wentz put up those numbers in Eagles history. Stop the cap, bro. Not McNabb, not Vick, and Cunningham. Who got a Super Bowl out of all those guys?
Carson. Shit. Nicky Six was on his
But
way
he
to throwing
said
it. He would
only
have
target
started
him for
if
those
Nick
type of
Foles would have
numbers
started
up.
that whole season.
So
He
that
would have
means he's
seen
on a good
4,000
track.
yards.
And none of them got Super Bowls. None of them.
If Nick Foles would have started that whole season, that year we went 27 and I think like 2, he would have been way over 4,000 yards. So, I mean, we bro. All right, this
Nick
my
has not
take on,
proven himself as a starter ever.
this my take on Jalen Hurts though.
Ever.
I don't care about stats. I don't care about wins. None of that shit. I know they're gonna judge him off that, but I just want to see him get better as a pure quarterback, like a pure quarterback, like going through his progressions. I mean, standing in the pocket, picking apart defenses, because that Tampa Bay game, that's gonna be every playoff game we play if this dude can't get better as a passer. All they're gonna do is sit dudes on the outside. Oh, you can't run here, you can't run here. Now you gotta throw the football. So they played the most simplest vanilla coverages on us, and we could not capitalize on it. Like cover 3, cover 2, man to man. Like, come on, bro. They didn't do nothing special against Jalen Hurts in that playoff game. Now, if he can't get better, I mean, with his reading defenses, he can't get better with, I mean, trusting his own arm. Yeah, I mean, he gonna be hitting the road. But I feel like he can do stuff. I feel like he can get better. But at that point too, I watched Jalen Hurts since high school. He's been the same dude since high school, college, and the NFL. How much can he really improve? How much can he really change his style of play?
A huge thing you just said is he's been that way, and he's been getting new offenses thrown this way the whole time since college.
It don't matter about the
first year.
offense. You can't
It
get a
is
simple
accountability
seven.
inside of an offense. You're gonna build inside of one. Is he's gonna do better? And it's like these things. If he doesn't do these things, if he doesn't, but I'm just saying, like, you got to missing the point that he's already good for what he's done. Like, we are so crucial on him where the numbers he put up was good for a first-year starting quarterback. It's just like any first-year starting quarterback out there. So why do
It's
we
not
feel
about
like we have
the
to
numbers,
put all
though,
this extra
BG.
tension on it that
It's
don't
not
really need
about
to be
the
there?
numbers.
They all
Anybody can
develop.
put up numbers in the regular season. It's not about the numbers. You can't hit a simple 7 route when the game on the line.
He hit
We
people
don't need you.
he threw dimes in between 3 people before. We've seen that too. You can't just cherry pick what you want to talk about.
We
You
seen
want to
him
talk about
force
his
it.
misses?
We seen
What
him
about
force
his
the
hits?
football to
He has
wide
lots of
receivers.
hits.
We seen him force the football to wide receivers because he couldn't read what was in front of him. And you talking about he threw it down between 3 people when there's somebody over there wide open.
The Denver
That don't
Broncos
even
game
make
when he
sense.
threw that dime to Devontae, and like he had so many perfect passes too.
Hey,
to
look.
be like, you can't say the man don't know how to throw the football. Like
Hey,
he
real
did
quick,
it
He couldn't throw the
numerous of
football. I
times.
say he doesn't trust what he sees in front of him.
All
He
right,
don't
one
trust what he sees in front of him.
At one trade, BG, my man Tone the Shield a second. So what if I told you that Jalen Hurts threw almost Lamar Jackson MVP year? Lamar Jackson threw for 3,127 yards, 3,100.
How many touchdowns did he throw?
Wait, I'm not done because you know why? A lot of that was yak yards, right? A lot of that was yak yards, but he threw 36 touchdowns. But to throw for 3,100 yards, you have to have a lot of yak yards, like straight up. Because you're not throwing for 36 touchdowns and only having 3,100 passing yards. You're not. I haven't seen it yet besides Lamar Jackson. But his thing is that he also rushed for 1,206 yards and 7 rushing touchdowns. So you mean to tell me that, that Jalen Hurts threw for almost the exact same passing yards with so many drop touchdowns, like 300 yards short of Lamar Jackson, MVP season, more rushing touchdowns than Lamar Jackson, and we saying that this guy is no good.
Right.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like
Nobody said he no good.
He was no good though. What did Lamar Jackson ever win in the NFL since he been there so far?
MVP.
MVP, right? That's regular season. What's the end goal? Y'all won the Super Bowl, right?
No.
Y'all won the Super Bowl? All right, well, we ain't no point of us talking about it no more. Ain't no point in talking
But
about
you
it.
got guys like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers won like multiple MVPs, but he only has one Super Bowl.
He still got a Super Bowl though,
and that still get held against him though.
and it still get held against him.
He's going down for ballot.
Look, bro, you could win as many MVPs as you want. I don't give a damn about an MVP award. I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
I don't. MVP don't mean nothing to me. For Lamar, to me, it don't mean nothing. Because you want to know what it is? He can't beat Pat Mahomes.
That's just like a dude. That's just like a dude winning going to the All-Star game every year. It means nothing.
No, yeah, it does. If you go to the Pro Bowl every single year of your career, but don't win no Super Bowl ring, I promise you, you're going to Hall of
It's
Fame.
Popularity though. The Pro Bowl, All-Star game.
Name one player that got multiple, like 6 or 7 Pro Bowls. It's not in the freaking.
So let me ask you this though: Are we Jalen Hurts fans or are we Eagles fans? Which one?
Eagles fans.
Hey, we Eagles fans.
Man. Eagles fans.
So we need to act like it though, because
acting like it's supporting your quarterback. You did good.
I am supporting him. Because I'm holding him accountable. I'm not supporting him. Come on,
you're
y'all.
Accountable that no one else got these same like notions. You know what I'm saying?
Not worried about nobody else. I'm worried about
first year. Like we weren't coming down on Carson that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like
I was, but I wasn't making content.
Frying Carson.
I wasn't making content at the time. But like I was cooking him, talking to people. I'm like, yo,
everybody was frying this dude, bro. Come on, man. I understand, like, not even on the like nothing like that, but he's a young black quarterback. But at the end of the day, we're gonna judge him as a quarterback. It's like I want to see the dude throw the football. I could care less if he's running around trying to look all pretty and stuff. Stay in the pocket, make a football play. Like it's fun. It's fun
to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, that Saints game, it was fun to watch. It's cool. It's a conversation starter. You know, to see him jerk people, make him fall, like touch earth. That's cool. That's fun to watch. That's cool for Madden. But I'm talking about Super Bowl winning quarterbacks got to throw that rock. Perfect example. We just saw the Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford went on a 16-play drive, the longest game-winning drive in Super Bowl history. And he nobody ain't run the ball not one time.
He ran the ball one time.
He had to throw that
one time.
But Patty Mahomes won a Super Bowl. He ran around all that year.
And Patrick Mahomes was also throwing for like 350.
He ran the ball a lot that year. It's like it can happen, guys. It can happen. It has happened. There's been multiple quarterbacks that won Super Bowls. There have been quarterbacks that won Super Bowls.
All right, so I know we have some more topics to talk about besides Hurts, but do we agree he's here to stay at least for this year?
Oh, that's without a doubt. But let me say one more thing real quick, because I ain't gonna lie. I really love the band Jalen Hurts though, because like it's really an interesting case study because
perspective.
Because like Mahomes, you said Mahomes was running around. Mahomes, the most yards he ran for in his career was this past season, and he didn't win a Super Bowl. 381 yards.
Pat Mahomes was actually improvising.
Right. That's different. Yeah, it's different. Like
he's looking to run. He don't got his eyes down the field, and you know that. He runs to that one side. If there ain't nothing there on that side, he taking off.
Pat Mahomes won the Super Bowl what year?
He's a different breed of quarterback, bro. He's a different breed of quarterback.
Pat Mahomes won the Super Bowl what in 2019?
He's been to 2 already. He only been in the league 4 years?
Which year did he win the Super Bowl? Was it 2019?
It was the year. It was 19. Yeah.
2019, right?
Because they went back the next year and they lost to Tampa Bay.
He only ran the ball. He only ran the ball for 200. Hold on, let me make sure I got this right. He only ran the ball in 2019 for only 218 yards. Like, come on, he's not a running quarterback. He's an improviser. Matter of fact, if you want to go by Madden labels, he's an improviser.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whereas though in Jalen Hurts, he's a runner. Like he's look like if things break down, he's looking to dart. Mahomes is keeping his eyes up down the field.
But he started doing a lot more of that at the end of the season.
What?
Okay.
Not taking off, just staying in that pocket and throwing it, using his leg to improvise to make plays.
He didn't take off.
I didn't see it, but maybe you saw something.
I saw it, but he didn't take off because he literally couldn't. His ankle was jacked up.
I saw him running out of bounds a lot. To be honest.
Too. Like, you know what I mean? It's like my whole thing is this, right? If we trying to win the Super Bowl with this young man, he need to show that he can throw the pill. Period.
And let's do this
on a consistent basis.
Let's do this. What receiver in this draft you think that you can plug and play into our offense and will make an immediate impact for the Philadelphia Eagles receiving corps? Everybody pick one out of this draft.
I'm going with the wide receiver from Georgia, Pickens. 6'3", 6'3", 200 pounds. Dude can win on the outside. He can win on short routes, deep routes, go up, catch the football. I feel like it'd be a great plug and play.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jalen Burks, 6'3", 225 pounds. Like, that's the kind of guy we need. We got too many guys that are 6 feet, 180, 190 pounds. We need that chain mover. We need that possession guy that's not afraid to go across the middle of the field. Jalen Burks gives you that.
Hey, I'm going with, you know what, Drake London, 6'5".
I like that.
210, 6'5", 4.5 speed. Like, he's actually ranked the number 2 wide receiver off the board. You know what I mean? So, 6'5", 4.5 speed with Devontae Smith, with Goddard. You had the JJ or Arcega-Whiteside on your team right there. 6'5", dude. Because you already got a fast, speedy, shifty guy and Smith. I think that, he'll be the perfect wide receiver. Drake London, let's go out of USC. Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie, that school make me nervous though. Like USC wide receivers, they make me nervous.
There's been some good ones.
They make me nervous though.
There's been some good ones.
Name one.
Don't worry about it.
Name one.
All right, hey, what's the next topic, man? Come on,
name
man.
one. No. Name one, BG. Name one.
Juju's good.
Nah, take these.
Juju had 1 year, one good year in the NFL.
The first year Juju had to be the man. What happened?
Well, he did have 12 touchdowns. He
got hurt too. Though. I think he got hurt
did have 12 touchdowns, about almost 1,000 yards receiving, but he did have about 12 touchdowns.
I can name way more busts than it was that came out of there successful.
He's not a number 1 guy though.
At all.
Another thing too, y'all. 1,000 yards these days is chump change in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. Change. So you making my point with Jalen Hurts throwing for 3,000 yards?
I said 4,000.
3,000 yards was like so chump change. Like 5 years ago, 3,000 yards was all that.
5 years ago. 5 years ago, we're in a passing league now. Like, look, 5 years.
History always repeats itself, my guy. So we gotta go back in the day when it was a Russian league, blah blah blah. So history always repeats itself.
Oh man, no, look, I don't want the chat to get confused, right? I'm not saying nothing crazy about Drake London. I'm just saying, like, because of the school he went to, like, it make me nervous, man.
He's coming up from injury too, so.
Oh yeah, he coming up from injury, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Got a super chat in the building.
He missed the whole. I think he missed 6 games last year.
Hey, shout out to Birdman 951 with the super chat, man. Super grateful to you, my guy. Super grateful to you, man. Shout out to Birdman 951. Go check out his YouTube channel as well, giving y'all Eagles lifestyle videos, vlogs, giving y'all that analysis. Shout out to Birdman 951. Appreciate him.
He did a great job on that. Malcolm Jenkins.
Oh yeah, I was going crazy yesterday. I was going crazy yesterday in my live stream. Oh man, shout out to Joey Shakes. He in the building as well.
Jay Squad in the building.
Appreciate
what
you,
up,
my man. But look, y'all, I don't want to get confused. Like, we all believe in Jalen Hurts. We want him to succeed.
Yeah,
but everybody bar for him is different. And that's the issue. Everyone's bar for him is different, and that's where the arguments come in. Because my bar for him is high, and will always be high. He needs like. We all know how he rolls, man. He always looking to upgrade the quarterback position. We got to know who we dealing with. He always looking to upgrade that position. Jalen Hurts needs to prove that without a doubt that they making the right decision by committing to him. They was already looking to move on to Deshaun Watson if they had a shot at him. You know what I'm saying? They was looking to move on to Russell Wilson if they had a shot at him. Aaron Rodgers if they had a shot.
I really feel like how he gets who he wants. I think he wanted some of these guys, but if he wanted them like he really wanted to, we definitely have the ammo and everything to make that happen. Besides him not wanting to play for us, though. In terms of like how he really wants at that time, how he goes and usually go get some. So if he really wanted a quarterback, I feel like he would have got it.
When the
Listen, he
last
wanted
time we
Deshaun
had a star? That's not true though. Because when
No, he wanted Deshaun
when
Watson.
the last time we had a star on this football team?
Real quick though, yeah, that too. But also think about this though, right? Deshaun Watson, he wanted him.
When we
You want to
picked
know
up
why?
Slay,
So listen, you want to know
it
why
was
they
a
ain't signed
star.
Deshaun Watson? Real quick, you
Slay
want to know why
not
they
a
ain't signed Deshaun
star.
Watson? You want to
Slay
know
not
why?
a star.
He's not a star. He was
Wow.
dying over there in Detroit, bro.
Wow.
Listen, you want to know you listen. You want to know why they ain't signed Deshaun Watson?
Slay
Or
would
they
have
ain't
went
trade
to
for him?
anybody, to be honest.
Because the Cleveland Browns gave him a $230 million contract, fully guaranteed. There's no competing with that.
Right.
You can't compete with that. $230 million fully guaranteed. Eagles wasn't cutting that check.
Thanks.
It wasn't. So like he don't get what he want all the time.
Don't
He would have
get
made that
it.
move easily. He would have made that move for Deshaun Watson. He would have. But the moment that money got involved, I guess we out of that. 230 fully guaranteed. We ain't playing that game.
No. That's true.
They ain't playing that game.
Unless we were one quarterback away, which we're not. He
We
probably
not-
Get
would
another
have
super
made that.
chat in the
There wasn't
building.
no point of taking that risk.
Hey, shout out to Joey. $2 super chat.
He said
Appreciate
Eagles
you,
had
my
another
guy.
weapon in the draft. Let's get it. Yes, sir. I think so too. I think we can. Let's go. We said our first round picks and maybe like first, second round pick. Let's go with someone deeper in the draft. Give me a receiver you guys like. You know, third, like maybe like third or fourth round.
Somebody put me on that kid, Christian Watson, out of North Dakota State. I like him. So I forgot who put me on him, but
He's not going to be a third rounder, though. He's going to probably high second, maybe even first round, to be honest.
He's like 6'5", run like a 4.3, like
Yeah.
crazy.
He's a beast.
What about you, Trey?
I ain't gonna hold you. I really been look that far into receiver. I really been stuck on the defensive side. It's like, I mean, we get a receiver in the third round. I don't feel like they really gonna come in and contribute too much to this team anyway.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even really digging that deep in the receiver. I really been dug in on the defensive side. So I mean, I don't know. I can't even tell you, to be honest.
What about you, JC?
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm like Trey, man. I mean, I don't look past the first couple rounds, but I mean, look, I'm looking for height rise, and the Clemson wide receiver. I think his name is Justin.
Justin
Ross.
Yeah, Justin Ross. I feel like that he will be there in the third round. 210, 6'4". So I feel like that he will be there. In the third or fourth round. He's coming off an injury though. That's why he's probably in third, fourth round. If it wasn't for his devastation injury, he probably would have been first or second round. So yeah, I really feel like we need size, man. I'm tired of these small body wide receivers, man. I'm seriously tired of them. So I need speed, I need height, I need physicality. Yo, I need a DK Metcalf on this damn team, man. We already got a Devontae Smith that everybody hold their breath every time he falls to the ground. You know what I mean? So give me a big body wide receiver, 6'4", 210. Yo, that's you know what I mean? Yo, I can work with that. He's only gonna get bigger. He's not gonna get any smaller. You know what I mean? So he probably end up with his career 220, 230. But so Justin Ross from Clemson.
Hey, Cameron Holmes. The only thing that scared me about Treylon Burks, he's leaning more towards the Jalen Rigger type player. And we don't really need that again on our team. I mean, the dude tested horrible. He tested horrible at the combine.
I won't mention.
Well, he ran like a
4.6
or something like that. He tested horrible. So it's like, I mean, I don't feel like the Eagles in position to be taking them kind of chances right now.
He ran a 4.6. That's terrible.
Yeah,
he ran like a 4.6.
If I had to pick two, I'm gonna keep it in the state of Alabama. I'm gonna go with John Mechie the third. 'Cause I think with that injury, that probably pushed him outside of the second, maybe third round. Because of his injury with his buddy, Mr. Williams, going in the first round still, and then also Jalen Tolbert out of South Alabama. He's a WAC player of the year. He's a beast. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of got that build. He's fast.
Wait,
stocky.
You said he was the what? The what player of the year?
WAC.
That's funny, yo.
That sucks, I know. But he was. So And he's another sleeper. I think, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the problem, but who's to say that? There's been some good third, fourth round receivers that's balled out in the NFL. But theoretically speaking, they probably won't come in and be like, I think Mechie gets slips to the third and we get him. You got a starting caliber type receiver in the third round.
But Mechie, like Tone said though, Mechie really fit that shifty receiver type dude. We definitely need a bigger
He's
body.
a little thicker. He's thicker than Devontae for sure.
He's a little thicker, but he's still what, like 5'11"? I don't even think he's 6 foot. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we need to start going at the bigger dudes, man, because we got a lot of those.
Drake London, yeah, I like that one for the
I'll
first
take
round.
Drake London. To be honest,
I'm doing a backflip.
I'll take
I actually agree with Joe. Like, I don't like. I know the combine is like to see what the guys can do in certain aspects, but there's only so much stock you should put. I could put into the combine. Like, you know, like a guy could probably eat a cheeseburger that day and probably messed up his 40. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I get what you're saying, no Trey Rock, but like, I don't want to put all my eggs in the combine's basket. Like,
no. But hey, man, another great show, guys, man. Another great show. Hey, shout out to the 45 still watching on all platforms. We salute you guys. Much love to you guys. Hit that like on everybody's channel and make sure you subscribe to my guys. You know, One Trey Rock, Tone the Shield, Chalk It Up Sports, and JC Sports Talking and Building. You know, and if you have not subscribed to BIRDGANG 31, subscribe to me too as well. BGN Sports Media, subscribe to them. They are growing every day, and we're putting out that fire content. So yeah, guys, let's go with last words, guys. Any last words before we get out of here? Let's start with JC.
Yeah, JC, leave it honest, my man.
Look, I might tell you this right now. Howie Roseman is not done yet. I saw something today. I think he had about $19 million worth of cap space. You know, before we restructured some contracts and, you know, before the all drafted signing. You know, there's rumors out there that Tyrann Mathieu had an interview with Philly. But look, I'm telling you right now, Howie Roseman, just based on his press conference, you know, as soon as the season was over this past week, he's really trying. Yo, Ridley would have been a Philadelphia Eagle. Calvin Ridley would have been a Philadelphia Eagles if he did not get suspended. But the Falcons did us a solid and say, hey, you know what? We know what's coming down the pipeline, so we're not going to do y'all dirty. Like, you know what I mean?
Imagine if that was the case.
So I'm just saying, so he's literally doing his due diligence. So I'm pretty sure he has one more like knockout punch, key free agent signing, and he's going to knock out this draft. So it's hard for me to say, but have faith in Howie. As long as we draft two first round picks and trade away the third, I'm okay with it. So have faith in Howie. I think like the older he gets, that he is learning in his job, but we'll see. So have faith in Howie. And as always, man, go Birds, you know.
Well, go ahead and tell them everywhere they can reach out on all your social media platforms too as well.
Yeah, you know, JC Sports Talk on all social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter is JC Sports Talk 20 after B-Dog. You know what I mean? That's my guy. So, I had to put the 20, in back of JC Sports Talk on Twitter, but on Instagram, on YouTube, on IG, it's JC Sports Talk. Appreciate y'all having me on.
For sure, man.
Yes, sir.
It's always love in this thing, man. You know, no matter we agree or disagree, at the end of the day, we all want the best for our birds, and it's just a matter of difference in the philosophies. And so, man, as always, I appreciate you guys. Like, Trey Rock, BG31, JC for popping in. The live stream was electric. The live stream was live. You feel me? So, again, I'm grateful for you guys, man. It's always love, and make sure you guys. Subscribe to BG31, BIRDGANG 31. Subscribe to BG and BGN Sports Network. Subscribe to my man One Trey Rock, grind, putting in that work. Subscribe to JC Sports Talk, putting in that work. And last but not least, make sure you guys go subscribe to Chalk It Up Sports. Where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game.
Yes, I love what he said. Nobody said that damn nothing like. Oh man, hey, fun thing like you said. Hit that bell. Hit the notification, hit that subscribe, hit that like, all pages. And until next time, we keep these things, the Bird Brain Podcast, every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. We're going to get as many awesome guests, just like today. We got JC Sports in here. We keep bringing the fire with the guests. We're going to keep bringing those fire shows, all the way up till it's over. So much love to all you guys. Fly, Eagles, fly. We out. Peace.